Okay, so I just got some breakfast for my wife. She's resting right now. It's been a tiring day. I'll tell you what happened yesterday as well. So anyway, so I think where I left off is that we just got off Fuji Wisteria Garden. Right? It was really wet. I mean, it was really hard. It was wet, so we didn't spend much time there. So we went back, and the next day we went to the next day we actually was our last day in Fukuoka. That was on a Tuesday, was it? Yeah, 30 April. But I mean, this is already Golden Week anyway, and it's like, wow, the stations are packed. Everybody's going in and out. It's basically like almost like the Exodus in Indonesia, in Jakarta. Like, I mean, when we do Lebaran, when you all go home, it's basically like that. So Golden Week is, I think it's similar to that nature. So yeah, so it was very packed, but we made some time to go to the Bijutsukan, the art museum. Of course, there's a pumpkin there, the Yayoi Kusama. I think it was the display. My wife always looks for that type of pumpkin anywhere around and takes pictures with it. So we went there, got some pictures, and then we went on our way to Namerikawa. Now I think this is the most grueling not train ride. It's a train ride, but I mean, I think the word I use is quite an exhausting ride from Fukuoka all the way to Namerikawa. So the way that this is done is you take the Shinkansen from Hakata Station to Shin Osaka Station, right? And again, we couldn't get a reservation. We had to get free seating. Good thing is that we got it because it's Golden Week, so everything's packed. So it was like 3 hours to Shin Osaka Station. I mean, if you count it with the waiting and all that, and then from Shin Osaka Station to Kanazawa, there is no Shinkansen. We have to take the Thunderbird. That's another like 2.5 hours, probably more if you count the wait. So we went to Kanazawa. From Kanazawa, we took the Shinkansen again to Toyama. That was a quick one. That was like less than half an hour. And then from Toyama, we take a regular train to Namerikawa. By the time we get there, it was really exhausting. It was like 11 o'clock at night. My wife was tired, so we did walk around a bit by the bay and took some pics and go back to sleep. But there was a plan before that we want to go on this trip where we go with the fishermen and catch all the hotaru ika. But we actually didn't get the reservation because it was full. Strange thing is, like 2:20 in the morning, I suddenly got a call saying that, "Are you coming?" Well, in Japanese, it's like, "This is the Hotaru Ika trip. Like, I mean, are you coming?" I go like, "I didn't get a reservation." Oh, okay. So I mean, there was no confirmation via email or anything, though my wife did try to tell me a number of times to email them back to make sure that whether or not we got the reservation. But I'm not so confident my Japanese is that good, so actually just let that slide. Apparently, they never canceled. Not that never, they actually received my reservation, even though the website said it's full and I'm on a waiting list. They put me in anyway, so that was like a surprise. I mean, I could have gone, but it was like they're departing at 2:30, and they called me up at 2:20, and I'm in a way I'm still in my jammies. And I was already tired from all the trip. I don't think there's any way that I'll be making it to the bay. I mean, the bay is like 15 minutes walk, but considering that I just recovered from my inflammation, I don't think I'm gonna run there. So that's light. I mean, in hindsight, it would have been very interesting, but wouldn't be fun either without my wife there and us, looking at this fisherman catching up Namerikawa. Anyway, so the next day we went to the museum instead. It's a small museum, the Namerikawa Museum, the Firefly Squid Museum. But we just took a quick look around. We didn't even bother. There are some displays or shows that we could have watched, but we're also in a hurry that we have to go to Nagano and then Tokyo. So instead we quickly go to the restaurant above, which serves food which serves this firefly squid, this Namerikawa. So they serve it many ways, and when we went up there it was packed already, waiting list, but it was really quick because in Japan people are quite considerate. They don't like sit down and talk too long. After they leave, they eat, they leave. And the way the waiting list works, they will call your name like once. If you don't shout out, it'll be canceled. So even though the waiting list was long, it was like a half an hour wait for me. So it was a good thing. Anyway, it was pretty interesting. A lot more of what we ate actually not on my Instagram. It's actually on my wife's Instagram. During this past week, I rarely took any pics because it was quite hectic for me, and some of the things that is, I'm still in a bit of pain, so I rarely take pictures. Anyway, where was I? I lost some thought. Okay, so that afternoon we went back to Toyama to catch Shinkansen to Nagano. Again, there was a art museum in Matsumoto, Matsumoto City, that she wants to take a look. Again, it's Yayoi-sama also. So you could take a lot more. You could see some of the pics in her Instagram later on. Links down below. Not links. Her Instagram name is down below. So went to Nagano. Went to Matsumoto City. Went to the art museum. Went back to Nagano. Well, had some dinner there, but then went back to Nagano, and then go to Tokyo, and then here we are right now in Kameido. As you see here, it's very quiet. It's Golden Week. It's a holiday, so I think Tokyo is going to be very quiet. I think everybody is out in the back in their hometown. Now, where was I? So basically we arrived in Tokyo a couple of days ago, and yesterday morning there was this sharp pain like on the left side of my back, and I thought I could just shrug it off, and it just got really painful to the point that I can't do this. So my wife again went to the receptionist, see if we could get a doctor anywhere. Again, this is Golden Week, so everything else is closed. Even some of the clinics are closed, so so we went to the Koto Hospital and actually went there in the afternoon. Spent 3 hours there. Actually had a CT scan. I mean, my Japanese is very, very limited, but good thing it's enough to tell them what's wrong with me, where I feel pain and everything. And so I went to the hospital. My wife was there. She was starting the registrations. So then I went to I got to the triage. The nurse is asking me what's wrong with me and all that, and told me to wait afterwards. And then I had to take a CT scan and a urine test. And when I finally got the doctors, they showed me the CT scan. I actually have a kidney stone, but this kidney stone is no longer lodged in my kidney. It actually went through the urinary tract, and that's what's causing the pain. And it's already in my bladder, so it actually got out already. And basically, he said there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing more that could be done right now. But if I do have a complaint, then maybe get to a urologist. So I might do that when I get back home. So that was like another day lost. So basically lost about 2 days, and it was not quite optimal the way we did things this time around. Anyway, so lost a whole day again yesterday. Although by the time we get back, I'm already better anyway, because the thing is already dislodged, and by the time the CT scan was taken out, I could actually see the stone is actually already in my bladder. So it wasn't as painful anymore, and all I needed to do is rest. So my wife could just go out and travel to town. So what's next? So I'm a bit better now. There's still a bit of pain where the kidney stone was, but I'm able to move around. So we're gonna take a look, but it seems that Tokyo is going to be very quiet. So tomorrow will actually be our last full day. We have to leave by Sunday. That's where our tickets are, and basically I don't want to overstay my visa either, which ends on Sunday. And so I think we have to make the most of it today and tomorrow. But I hope that not many places are closed because of Golden Week. It's really, really quiet. Kamino is really quiet right now. Okay, so I think I'll leave it here. See you around.